Host Naga Munchetty interrupted the weekend schedule to bring viewers some live, breaking news. Naga Munchetty halted Saturday's episode of BBC Breakfast to issue viewers some live, breaking news. The 49-year-old host was talking about the most recent headlines before jumping onto the latest news as a breaking banner appeared on screen. Updating viewers on what was happening, Naga explained, "The release of 3 Israeli hostages by Hamas is currently taking place in Gaza, and it's the latest stage in the ceasefire deal, which will also see the release of more than 180 Palestinian prisoners by Israel." At this point, Naga handed over to her colleague Yolanda Nell, BBC Middle East correspondent, for a further update on the situation as a large, breaking banner appeared on screen, reading, "Hamas to release 3 male hostages." The reporter said, "What we've seen in the past hour is a much more orderly handover than the previous release of hostages. We saw Hamas masked gunmen lining up in unison in the south of Gaza and keeping a crowd well back, and the Red Cross was quickly there, and then we saw these 2 Israeli men being handed over to them, Ofer Calderon and Yarden Bibas," adding that they were expecting a 3rd Israeli man, Keith Siegel, who was born in the U.S., to be released imminently. Saturday's show was hosted by Naga and her co-star Charlie State. It comes as earlier in the week, Naga and Charlie paused Thursday's live broadcast to announce some tragic, breaking news. On the show, which aired on January 30th, the pair informed viewers that a plane and helicopter had crashed into each other above Washington, D.C. before plunging into the Potomac River. The jet, which was coming from Wichita, Kansas, was carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members, and 3 U.S. Army soldiers were on board the military helicopter. A plane with more than 65 people on board and a military helicopter has crashed just above Washington, D.C., and plunged into the Potomac River, Naga explained. Live images were then shown from the scene in Washington, D.C., where North America correspondent Merlin Thomas was on hand to bring viewers more updates. Charlie added, "Here's some of the live images coming through from Washington this morning. In the last few minutes, there has been a press conference," adding, "We'll bring you the very latest."